Okay. And because of that, the central bank actually, in a sense, hold that mandate very dear to his heart. Between 1999 and 2015, the 16 years period, the currency only moved on an average about 3% per annum. What that meant, therefore, was that there was little incentive for any corporate treasurer to hedge his currency risk, because you can almost guarantee that the exchange rate was not going to go haywire. In fact, the reason it was 3% is because I think in 2007, we moved from 118 to 147. If you remove that single year, the average creeping depreciation of the currency was about 1%, 2% per annum. So for most corporate treasurers, therefore, they will say to themselves, even though their receivables are in foreign currency, are in local currency, it is better for them to borrow in local currency, to borrow in foreign currency at a lower rate to finance their imports. Then 2015 happened, where you couldn't buy dollars even if you have the naira, and more importantly, you actually don't even know the exchange rate to use. But one of the greatest positives that I see from the last currency crisis is that there is now an appreciation for derivatives. In 2014, in my previous life, and Access Bank released its financials, and I think the rating agencies, the credit analysts, all they were talking about was it's all about derivatives, because everybody thought, this is tainted, it's not real banking, you're just doing something that nobody knows about. But between then and now, we have seen an appreciation of risk, an appreciation of derivatives, and if I allude to public figures, on the FMDQ OTC exchange, there are 10 product groups that are traded. Derivatives account today now for just under 15% of total value of transactions that have been traded. In fact, year to date, we've seen $21.6 billion in exchange-traded derivatives on FMDQ. So there is now an appreciation for it that you really cannot rely on the central bank to give an implicit guarantee of the exchange rate. And we are seeing that on a go-forward basis. It's now easier, I believe, to convince a corporate treasurer who possibly last year, the biggest item on his financial statement was foreign exchange loss. So I think it's now a lot easier to convince corporate treasurers to hedge. It's a lot easier also for foreign investors who want to participate in Nigeria. In fact, we still think that the OTC futures is a free option, because